the last of the punch bowls sorted. What a stupendously delightful Halloween party that was! Stupendously? Yes, that's what I meant. Did you see the way everybody's eyes widened when I performed my underwater jack-o'-lantern illumination magic trick? And the synchronized swimming display with the ghostly water sprites. I had to bribe them into it, but the reaction was well worth it. Thank you so much for staying behind to help with all this cleanup. You've done an amazing job. Everyone else has already gone home. You really didn't have to stay, but I am immensely grateful that you did. Yeah? Me too. I look forward to Halloween every year. It's probably my second favorite day, the first being Lamia Celebration Day in late spring. You've never heard of it? It's a day where all water-type Lamias gather at this enormous lake system in the mountains, and we have competitions for who can create the most intricate water gardens. And there's a storytelling marathon, and this divine feast where we eat. Well, let's just say that the cuisine is quite specialized. There's also the traditional tail braiding ceremonies, where elders weave plants and pearls around our scales. I would invite you to it, but not all the Lamias there are human-friendly. In other words, they don't have as good a reign over their predator instincts as I do. But truly, this Halloween party tonight, having my friends here and seeing them enjoy themselves so much on my property by the lake here, you being here to help me navigate the social complexities, making sure I didn't accidentally scare anybody off with my enthusiasm. It's true. You're so patient with my peculiarities. You accept what I am, and you were so thoughtful with making sure that everyone felt welcome. I honestly don't know what I did to deserve a friend like you. There you go, being humble again. On the subject of wonderful things, we have so many leftover treats. Pumpkin spice mooncakes, and blood orange tarts, and cinnamon rolls. Would you like to take some of these home with you? I'm sure I have more takeaway pouches here somewhere. Here they are. Ooh, and let's not forget these midnight berry cordials I brewed especially for today. Those are not eyeballs, I assure you. They're just jellified elderberries. Agar, yes, that's the one. I insist. There is far too much for me to finish on my own, and such things are best enjoyed while they're still relatively fresh, yes? Just like meat. No protests. I have been feeling rather antsy this week, if you catch my drift. The autumn hunting instincts have been rearing up within me lately, and all this recent rainfall means the lake is teeming with plump and juicy fish. Good, good. I'll put your treats beside the door. What else? We've packed most of the Halloween decorations away, though I think I do want to leave the jack-o'-lanterns up for a few more days. They cast such hypnotizing shadows. The ceiling bats can stay too. I spent forever getting the suspension spells right, so they'd sway naturally with the air currents. Oh, look what I found hiding at the bottom of this bowl. 2 pieces of sweet and sour ghost candy. You said you loved them, right? Here, open up. I was aiming for your mouth, but I just booped you on the nose instead. Oh dear. Oh dear. My tail's decided to play with the giant spiderweb decorations. I'm trying not to ruin them, but no. Well, that could have been significantly more awkward. Thanks. Thank goodness it was your sleeve I grabbed onto, and not your trousers. I have not had too much to drink. I was just being careful and lost my balance because I was trying not to ruin the decor. I'll make a note not to have the webs within tail swinging zone next year. You're heading home now? It's rather late and dark and cold-ish. The forest path can be treacherous even during daylight hours, with the gnarled tree roots and hidden dips in the terrain. Don't go. What are you talking about? It's no bother. I wouldn't mind the company at all. In fact, I welcome it. You are warmly invited to stay the night at my lake cabin and leave tomorrow morning. Actually, this is the perfect opportunity for... Well, you know how I've been dipping my tail into ASMR for the past few months, and I thought of some new ways I could do my aquatic ASMR. I can even make them Halloween themed, just for you. And I did claim you as my test subject in the past already, so I am reclaiming you tonight. I only need to claim once? How nice of you. All right, smarty pants. Of course, all test subjects are willing participants who help me advance my research. You're doing the good work. In that case, let me set up a sleeping area for you, and you can lie down there. I think the middle of the room here would be best, actually. It gives me optimal access to props and lowers the chance of me hitting things by accident. Bedroll, extra blankets, and let's not forget the pillows. What do you think? Good. Perfectly set up for scientific observation, yes? Are you excited? Because I am. There we are, properly positioned for optimal ASMR data collection, my dearest friend who is also my test subject. Just let me retrieve my research documents. Certainly. My note-taking is meticulous if I do say so myself. No, I don't need help. I'm fine. Alrighty. These 3 cauldrons are for our first experiment, and they are significantly heavier than I anticipated when I first commissioned them. There. 3 cauldrons set up in a perfect triangle around your resting area. Does this pen work? It's ridiculous how pens have a tendency to stop working at the most inconvenient times. Okay, for our first Halloween-themed ASMR response study, I have prepared these cauldrons containing carefully selected substances. Each will be heated via controlled natural gas combustion. Interesting how different compounds exhibit varying thermal conductivity properties, creating unique auditory signatures. Good. Test subject's reaction appears promising. This first solution demonstrates classical hubble bubble noises. Wonderful. Your facial muscles appear notably relaxed, and you are drooling. Let me wipe that away. Yes, the aromatic compounds do possess rather enticing olfactory properties. It's undrinkable though, unfortunately. Let's try the second cauldron now with the second mixture. That's That's right. No more traditional hubbly bubbly sounds. This is more distinctly viscous, but it still boils. I guess a lot of things boil once they reach the right temperature, huh? The substrate demonstrates enhanced adhesive characteristics, creating these peculiar sloshing sounds you hear. What exactly is in these cauldrons? Well, you must understand that proper experimental protocol demands eliminating preconceived expectations that might influence your responses. Trust in the scientific process, my dear test subject. Right. Now, for the third cauldron. Oops. This solution is flying everywhere. Waters of the lake, heed my summons. Gather these wayward droplets and deposit them back into the vessel. That ought to do it. And keep them there. Thank you. Listen. What do you think of this one? Excellent feedback. Rapid fire auditory stimulation produces overstimulation sometimes rather than relaxation responses in this particular test subject. Have you had enough now? Yes, my dear. Let us move on to the next experiment. Olfactory visual combination therapy. I've developed this specialized aromatic solution, primarily pumpkin spice compounds with complementary autumn dessert essences. But here is the truly remarkable aspect. Observe how I can manipulate the water particles in the air into very specific configurations with my aquatic magic. Can you identify this formation? A bat! Very good. The wing membrane definition could use some refinement. Let me just... How about this configuration? A pumpkin, actually, though your guess of lumpy ogre head comes pretty close. And this? Something more recognizable. Yes, a ghost. And now, mist puppetry. Similar to shadow puppets, but with suspended water particles. I do enjoy aquatic magic. Now, something to lull you to sleep. Give me a moment. My haunted fountain apparatus with sublimating solid carbon dioxide for atmospheric enhancement. Turn it on. I should mention, flying water auditory stimulation can trigger certain biological responses. Psychological conditioning regarding liquid flowing sounds and bladder-related reflexes, you understand. I believe you should be fine, though. I did have an incident once, just once, that involved immersing a test subject's hands in warm water. Never again. It's a neat little thing, this fountain. I find the nude witchy Lamia on it to be rather striking. See? Look at all the details. I acquired it through a barter, traded some seeds from my rare underwater flowering bulbs. Let me use my predatory instincts to attune to your specific physiological requirements. I'm not about to eat you, but I am monitoring your cardiac rhythm and respiratory patterns to optimize the flow by adding and removing water from the fountain. I already have some excellent notes here. You can go ahead and sleep. I'll monitor your responses for a bit, then I think I'll coil up beside you and have a doze too. Nothing like sleeping next to a warm human body.